So this isn't really going to be like a what I eat in a day, but I just wanted to show you guys like some of my normal things that I have on a daily basis. So right now I'm going to show you guys how I make my coffee, and I'm going to have it in this little penguin mug. I'm basically a Christmas mugs all year long kind of person, so that's the best way to live life. So this is what I make my coffee in, and it's actually just like a little single cup coffee maker, and it has like this little screen. I prefer to use this, which my friend Keely actually got me at a thrift store like several years back, over like a Keurig or like the little K cups, because those little cups, like the little pods, are actually like one of the number one largest contributors in landfills. So I try not to use those. My parents actually have a Keurig at home, and then instead of using the little disposable plastic pods, they actually have reusable little cups, so you can open it up and put your scoop of coffee in there, and you can reuse it, and then it doesn't kill the environment. So just something to think about if you guys like those Keurigs and like K-cups and stuff, and you want to continue using your machines, but you want to be better on the environment. So essentially I'm just going to use like a teaspoon of coffee, okay, maybe a little bit more than that, inside my little coffee maker, and then I just fill up this cup with water. Fill up the cup with water, and then you just pour it down the back. And then while my coffee is brewing, I usually boil like a third of a cup of soy milk on the stove, or almond milk or cashew milk or whatever I'm going to be using, and I put it in my coffee with this coconut sugar. Wow, it is so rainy outside. It's like storming. Can you hear that? So this is what I'm going to be using for soy milk, and I'm going to actually just be putting in a dash of this coffee to make it a little bit creamier today, because I feel like it. Alright, so she's done. It always like is such a mess and keeps dribbling afterwards, but whatever. Now, coconut sugar, because it's not as sweet at all as like regular sugar, because it has a way lower glycemic index, you're going to need way more sugar for it to be sweet. So that looks like a ton, but don't worry, coconut sugar is way healthier than regular sugar. And that'll taste like 1 teaspoon of sugar, basically. And that is how I make a fake latte at home in the morning. This is all the caffeine I usually have during the day. It's so good. Honestly, coconut sugar is so much better and better for you than regular sugar, so if you haven't switched to coconut sugar, you should. I hear like a drilling. Sounds like there's some kind of construction going on in the hallway. But yeah, so I don't normally use Coffee Mate, but I ended up buying some the other day, so might as well. Look how hard it's raining outside. The crows. Hi. So this is where I normally sit and edit my YouTube videos. The Hulk in the back. This is my living room. I don't ever film in here, really, unless it's like a cover or something. It's just my guitar, and then the cat grass, my little Buddha cat and stuff. And then I guess I will show you guys my morning smoothie later. Hi. Okay, so those squirrels were the freaking cutest thing I have ever seen ever, and they made my entire life. But also what made my life today, I saw a Bengal cat downtown on a leash, and it was so happy living its best life. Look at all the seals today. Oh, can you see them? They're right there. Oh, you're so cute. Alright, so we are back in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you guys how I kind of make my regular, pretty much everyday smoothie. But also, I just finished cutting my hair. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to be posting that video on my, like, beauty kind of channel, which is called Glojo. I will leave the link to that down in the description. So I'm going to be making my smoothie in this Nutra-Ninja. If you're not familiar with a Nutra-Ninja, essentially it's just like a giant super-powered magic bullet, and the container is way bigger. So I'm going to be using a banana, and to most people this probably looks like all gross and brown, but I actually like to wait until my bananas are this dark before I eat them, because this is when they're at the maximum ripeness and they're the easiest to digest when they're speckly and brown. So for most people they're like, ew, throw that out, or make banana bread, but for me that's when I eat them. Now, full disclosure, this is going to be like a super healthy smoothie. That being said, I almost never want to have this smoothie, but I will try and force myself to eat this smoothie every day. Honestly, food has been something that I've struggled with for my entire life because I never have an appetite. And then, like, way back when I was younger, I used to struggle with kind of like body, I don't know whether you would call it an eating disorder, but I had extreme body issues growing up, and my parents were like, are you eating enough? And everybody in my life was always worried if I was eating enough, and I was eating enough, but then I started to force feed myself to eat like 2 or 3 times what a normal person would eat, and I never ended up gaining weight. The only time I ever actually gained weight is when I ate properly and went to the gym all the time, like lifted weights. I did gain some weight then, but now I'm going to put some fresh dates in here. This is like a natural way to get some sweetness, fiber, iron. These have pits in them, so you have to pick out the pits first. Dates are extremely sweet and extremely high in calories, so I'm only going to put 2 of these in there. Poop. Then I like to use this vegan protein powder, and it has 25 grams for 1 scoop. I get this at Loblaws, or you can get it at Superstore or wherever if you live in Canada, but it's President's Choice. So I add just that 1 scoop. I feel like a lot of people don't like the texture of this, but I just like that it's a healthy protein and it has no dairy in it, so that is good for me. But yeah, my biggest struggle with eating, and I still struggle with this literally every day, is that I have to constantly remind myself to eat, and it's like a self-care thing for me because I don't really get hungry until I'm like beyond starving, so I have to remind myself and make sure that I eat. So I like to put in like 2 handfuls like this of spinach. And then sometimes I like to add like some kind of other frozen fruit or something like citrus, or like a scoop of like frozen juice concentrate or something, but I'm just going to add water today. This is just Brita water from the filter. And I'm going to fill it up to the max line so it's nice and hydrating. Put the lid on. Might have overfilled this, but that's okay. Just kidding, it's probably not okay. There's a max fill line for a reason, but I haven't broken my blender so far, so far so good. And that is my smoothie. Cheers. It's honestly not the best thing taste-wise, but it's super healthy. It's like super rainy and gross outside, but that's okay. I'm going to be heading downtown Vancouver today to meet up with Megan. And if you're not following her yet, her channel is Megan McKinnon. And we're just gonna hang out and like get coffee and talk about some like new video ideas that we want to film and stuff, so that should be exciting. I literally hang out with like nobody other than Laura and sometimes Azaria and then my roommate Cody. But yeah, I normally spend most of my time by myself in my apartment editing YouTube videos or walking around by myself. So it's nice to meet somebody else that does YouTube, and hopefully we can create some YouTube videos together. This is our first time actually hanging out since we were on set for Descendants 2, I think, because that's where we met. So we'll see what we come up with.
Chasing, running, whatever, you know what I mean? So it's
just watching
I've accepted
some
like
Trisha
this part
Paytas,
of my life is
Queen
over.
Legend.
This person.
Hi, I'm back. So my Invisalign is out, and this is the album. The Glamorous Life of Invisalign, and no, it doesn't come out easily. So today I went to Olympic Village and hung out with Megan, and we were talking about all of our different video ideas and stuff. So it was super refreshing to actually like talk to somebody else that does YouTube for once. And I decided to treat myself to McDonald's, so that's good and fresh and fun. I got the same thing that I basically always get, which is like the seriously chicken BLT, which is the best in Canada at Canadian McDonald's, in my opinion. And then I'm just watching Adam Lambert's interview on the Zach Sang show because he's so inspiring. He's like legend of life. And basically, if you don't know who Adam Lambert is, he tours around and performs with Queen. And he is an absolute legend. And here's my burger. Delish. YouTuber, mukbanger, and then this is root beer. But anyways, I just wanted to come in and check in with you guys before I go to bed and show you how I was finishing off the day, which is not very healthy, but at least it tastes delicious. And I guess that is it for this video, so I will see you guys next time. I love you. Okay, bye. Hi.